Paldian Ultra Unlock event has now gone live, and as you can see on the nearby here, we have all the starters, including Lechonk. And speaking of Lechonk, actually, we have one right here. Is it shiny, though? It's not, unfortunately. This is the brand new shiny of the event, our first ever Gen 9 shiny, and it looks amazing. It turns pink, and I really want it. And instead of catching this thing like I normally would, I'm actually going to try to get myself a shiny dex entry of this thing. But there will be one thing that I'll do later that may ruin this, so we'll see what happens. And of course, we have a special research, which is called a Paldean Adventure, and what we have to do is catch 9 Pokemon, and I've already caught 6. But we also have limited timed research, Lechonk's Adventure. Catch 9 Pokemon. The one on the bottom there was to catch 1 Pokemon, and the one after that was to catch like 5 Pokemon. And now all we have to do is use 9 berries to help catch a Pokemon and send 9 gifts to friends. But that's not all. We also have collection challenges. We have the Lechonk Collection Challenge, where we have to catch a Lechonk and a Fletchling. The Quaxly Collection Challenge, which involves catching a Quaxly. We also had to get ourselves a Boizel and a Lechonk. And Fuecoco, you have to get a Fuecoco and a Houndour, and of course a Lechonk. And for Sprigatito, we need to get a Sprigatito, a Hoppip, and a Lechonk. And apparently all of this is going to give us Lechonk encounters, so hopefully we'll get a shiny from those. And speaking of Lechonk, there is actually research for it, which is to catch 3 Pokemon, which I've already done here. Let's see what happens. Do we get a pink one? No, we do not, and it is a 292. If you want the hundo, it is 314. This is definitely not the hundo. And literally 1 minute later, we found our first starter. We've got ourselves a Quaxly here, but I just saw what we incensed. I'd rather get this. I love Fuecoco. It's literally my favorite Gen 9 starter. So let's catch this guy, even though he is huge. 962 CP, weather boosted and everything. Let's get ourselves an Ultra Ball on this guy. Normally I would be pineapping these, but I really want to catch this dude. And again, my favorite Gen 9 starter. But let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite starter? And now that we've caught him, let's get him registered to the Dex. It's so cool to see Fuecoco here. Like, I love this guy. And let's take a look at this guy's IVs. It's okay. We got ourselves a 12-6-14. But now that we've caught him, let's get those Quaxly, shall we? And I think there's 2 of them here, so that's cool. So yet again, we're gonna Golden Raspberry our first one. Might as well, right? Since I have so many of those anyways, and catch this dude. I do gotta say though, the models for these guys are very smooth. I mean, they kind of stand out a little bit, you know? Like, it definitely looks very, very nice. And let's see how good this Quaxly is. It's not good at all. Oh my god, 053. Nice. Now all we gotta do is find that cat, but there's another duck. And here is our first Sprigatito. Oh man, this thing's really close up to the camera too. Get an Ultra Ball and throw it. Boom. Great curveball throw. Absolutely love it. And here it comes. Enter to the Dex. Fantastic. And just for fun, how good is this Sprigatito? It is an 11-10-4. Now that we've got all these starters, let's keep grinding and let's find that pink pig. Not gonna lie here, completely forgot about these medals, but yeah, we've registered 5 Pokemon, so we got our bronze medal for the Paldian Pokedex. I've completed a quest here, which was to catch 9 Pokemon. I think this is one of the starters, but let's see what happens. It turns out to be a Sprigatito. Okay, so it is a starter. During this event, make sure to click on as many Hoppips, Houndours, Boizels, and Fletchlings as possible. Apparently, they're all shiny boosted at this time. I've been getting a lot of reports of people just getting an absolute ton of these shinies. And if you don't have any of these shinies and you're really looking for them, this is the time to get them. And also make sure to catch everything as well, because we get 4 times XP and I think Stardust as well during this time, which is ridiculous. And that's not even including a lucky egg or a star piece. I've now completed 3 Lechonk quests. Maybe we'll get the pink pig from one of these. We're running out of time actually, so number 1 is a no. Also, it was terrible. Hopefully the second one will be at least in the 300s, and it's not pink though, sadly. And oh my god, that's awful. If I get a Hundo Lechonk, I will catch that one as the Dex entry, but I'd prefer it to be pink, and that's a 307, not bad. We've got 2 Lechonks right here. Let's see if we get a pink one. Number 1 is a no, and the second one is also a no, but a level 1. That's fine. I have 3 researches as well. Maybe the researches will be better to us. I really want to get that pink pig. Number 1 is not it, and a 307. Number 2 is gonna be, oh, well, it's tiny. That's cool. That's gonna go in the stack. I would love to have gotten a tiny shiny. That would have been amazing. Anywho, we've got ourselves the last one here, and it's gonna be a not shiny and a 303. This is definitely really cool, but I can't catch it. We've got a huge Lechonk. Wouldn't mind getting a huge shiny too. That'd be pretty cool. 3 more Lechonks under the overpass. Let's see what happens. Not pink with this one. 295. Come on, hundo and shiny. That'd be beautiful. And this one is neither. And the last of the 3. Let's see what we get here. It's not shiny, and it's a 307 again. I completely forgot about this special research. Not gonna lie, I've caught way more than 9 Pokemon. Let's claim the 20 Pokeballs and the final rewards of 900 Dust and 900 XP. And now we're gonna have to choose a path. And I'm definitely choosing Fuecoco, because obviously, like I mentioned before, Fuecoco is the best. And what we have to do now is catch 3 Pokemon and then take a snapshot of a wild Pokemon. We can easily smash this out. And 2 seconds later, it's done. Let's get the Pokeballs, let's get ourselves some Stardust, and the final reward rewards, which will be 900 XP, which is pretty cool because it's Gen 9, that's why we're getting 900. And then we're gonna get ourselves a Fuecoco, and this one's a 463. It's not very good. I've already gotten like 2 or 3 of these from research, and they were both around the same, so I already know that this one's pretty awful, sadly, but oh well, it is what it is. But just for fun, let's take a look at it. It is, yeah, a 13, 10, 14. And for page 3 of 5, we need to spin 50 Pokestops or gems, catch 200 Pokemon, send 60 gifts to friends, evolve a Fuecoco, and earn a heart with your buddy on 7 different days. So we can't even complete this until 7 days from now, so that's kind of crazy. But it is what it is. We have plenty of other things to accomplish, like hopefully getting that shiny Lechonk. So unfortunately, my eggs decided to hatch, and I didn't get to see them hatch. So I'm kind of confused, because as you can see, there's a Lechonk here, but does that mean that I'm good and I don't actually have to worry about the dex entry right now? Because technically I didn't see a dex entry, so it should still show up if I get the shiny, right? Anyways, let's take a look at these IVs and take a look at them and see if there's anything too crazy here, but so far, no hundos. That's the main reason why I'm hatching the 7-kilometer eggs right now. So yeah, no hundos from any of that, but we did get a singular Lechonk. To be honest with you, I'm thinking maybe I just don't catch any of them still, and maybe I'm lucky and I didn't actually screw up the whole shiny thing. I knew this was a risk, and I knew the moment I hatched one, I was gonna just start catching them, but technically I haven't seen the dex entry yet. So who knows, maybe I'll find a shiny Lechonk and it won't matter at all, and it'll actually give me the dex entry, or when I do get that shiny, I'm not gonna get to see the dex entry. We'll see what happens. Well, since we can technically, hopefully still get a shiny dex entry, let's keep doing these researches and see if we get that pink one, because I really want it, though it is probably a full odds, which means it should be 1 in 500. So definitely a low chance of this happening, but it would be cool. But so far, both of those have been pretty terrible, at least be in the 300s. Not shiny and 302, I guess it's technically in the 300s. We're gonna start with the middle one on this one. I'm feeling it, because this one definitely wasn't it, never mind. How about we do the bottom next? The bottom is going to be also not it, in the 307 again. And the last one, let's see what happens with this one. It's still not it, and 305. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 150,000 subscribers, and we're getting very close. And don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. We've got a big video coming out very soon, and I don't want you to miss it. But with that being said, pink pig right here because you subscribed. Oh man, I was hoping. I know we're gonna get it. It's only a matter of time, but hopefully sooner rather than later. That's not it either, 294. And the last one is also not it, and the 295. You already know the drill, let's just power through it. Bottom one first is no. The middle one is next, and it is also a no, okay. And the top one, come on, top, nope, and not a hundo, definitely not, jeez. I will say, I love how common these things are. Like, they're literally everywhere so far, but not super common. They're decently out there, though, which gives me hope that maybe we'll get it from one of these, but that's not it either. Come on, final one from this batch. I'm begging you, please. Nope, not it, and a 296. Guys, you're not gonna believe what I just incensed. A shiny star furfru. This is totally real and definitely not something else. I will say, even though when they're shinies, they never fool anybody, I have been fooled by a Zorua once when it came down to a Galarian Articuno. I even knew halfway through, I was like, wait a minute, there's no way I'm actually catching this. And sure enough, I was right, it was a Zorua. Well, I'm with Tommy now, we're hanging out, and I just spaced, so there it is, the dex entry. It is what it is. We're gonna keep hunting for shiny Lechonks, but yeah, did not mean to do that. But at least it goes to show that even though we missed the hatch, we still got to see the dex entry, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right? And here's the first eggs I get to hatch in front of you guys. And like you saw, it's just the Gen 9 starters and also Lechonk, but I'd like some hundos, so I would love a hundo of that. But let's just rapid fire through these, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a pink Lechonk. Well, there's a Lechonk, just not pink. Number 4 is another Sprigatito. Number 5, Fuecoco. The 6th egg is another chonky boy. Lucky 7, another Lechonk, okay. Number 8 is a Quaxly, okay, so we've gotten them all. And the final egg is another Fuecoco. In the end of the day, it's really up to you if you feel like these eggs are worth it. I think that they're fun, but other than that, the odds again of getting a Lechonk is probably 1 in 500, and just like that, I think, yeah, no hundos at all. And our first actual shiny Boizel, and this thing is boosted. Like I mentioned, Boizel, Houndour, Fletchling, and Hoppip. Those are the 4 that are boosted during this time, and it is worth clicking on them. And I would say out of all of them, the Houndour and the Boizel are definitely the better of the 2, since the other 2 have been from Calm Days. But this one, all right, a 117, fantastic. I only just noticed, I just got a hundo Lechonk right here from research. It's a 314. Hopefully you saw it. I mean, you'll see it in just 2 seconds, but that is the hundo. So let's get him there. 314 is the hundo. Let's go. I wanted to get the hundo. Very happy we did. Very surprised too, because I didn't even notice, wasn't paying attention. I'm losing a lot of time just chatting with him the entire time we're just catching, but yeah, not gonna complain. Pretty cool. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
And another shiny. Like I said, they are boosted. Click on as many of these as you can, because you will probably get a shiny eventually. And now we're back on the foot grind, and we have another shiny Houndour. I think this is actually my third one of today. But the first shiny on foot, which is pretty nice. Plus, it's been incensed, so maybe it's good. It is weather boosted. It does have a mega that's actually pretty useful. So I wouldn't mind getting a good one. We'll see what happens, though. Let's see this Houndour. It is... well, it's got 15 attack. Now it's time to do a ton of Lechonk checks. For starters, we have the 3 just normal researches here. Maybe these will give us the pink pig. I've seen quite a few of these now. I know we're in like the 300s, but I am very happy that we did get the hundo from research, which is awesome. But this one isn't shiny, and a 312, 2 off the hundo. So far, we got a 310 and a 312, so maybe this is a shiny one and 314. Haha, no, it's neither. Let's move on to the collection challenges. Since we did accidentally catch that Lechonk, we can actually do these now and get extra Lechonk encounters. So there's 1,000 dust, and we get ourselves a not shiny pig. Next up, the Quaxly one. Do we get a Lechonk from this one that's pink? Let's see it right here. We do! Yes! Let's freaking go! Shiny Lechonk. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, there's your reason to do so. Shiny freaking Lechonk. And boy, am I happy that it's at least in the 300s. But man, I'm just so freaking happy. You know what? Actually, no. Let's catch this in a Pokeball. We might as well, right? As long as I can find them. There we go. And hopefully I can do that. We only have 2 balls, so boom. Not quite an excellent, but that's fine. Hopefully we catch it on this one. 1, 2, 3. Let's freaking go. Shiny Lechonk. Oh man, I'm so happy about it. Sadly, not a dex entry, but it wouldn't have happened anyways because it was from research that we had to do by catching one. But for fun, let's take a look. It is a 13, 12, 13. Don't care. It's still just amazing. I cannot believe we freaking got this thing. Now, before we check any more, let's go to the Pokedex real quick, and we're gonna take a look at our Lechonk encounters and see how many it took to get there. Click on Lechonk, make sure it's shiny, and it took 339 encounters to get the pink pig. Still just can't believe we got it from a research of all things. That is so crazy. Now let's see if the Fuecoco one gives us a shiny. I still cannot believe we just got that. Like, my heart's actually kind of pounding, but 2 in a row. No, but it's huge. That's cool. And it's a 302. And apparently it's my biggest Lechonk, which is good for those showcases. I'm already in first place on one of them, and hopefully it'll stay that way. And last but certainly not least, Sprigatito, will you also give us the shine? That would be crazy. There's our 1,000 dust, and not a pink pig, but a 307. I still just cannot believe that, man. I cannot believe that. And lastly, we have Lechonk's Adventure here, which will give us 6 more checks. Can we complete the set with this? That would be cool, but if not, I totally just don't care. Like, we got the one. First one is a 303. Number 2 of Lechonk's Adventure is not shiny and a 299. The third Lechonk's Adventure is not shiny and a 299. You know what they say? 4th time's the charm, because here it is. Nope, that's not it, and a 306. And this little piggy decided to be also not shiny as well, and a 292. Ugh, that's not good. And here's the final rewards of 900 Stardust. We're gonna get ourselves 900 XP, and our final Lechonk encounter that is given to us, and it's not shiny, and a 312. Literally 2 off the hundo on the last one there, but man, we've got a hundo Lechonk, we got a shiny Lechonk, we're getting all these dex entries today. I really hope you guys are enjoying this event as much as I am, because I am loving it. Now, obviously, I am extremely excited and happy that I got this, and no less from a collection challenge, which is just so cool to me. Especially because I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny from a collection challenge ever. This would be my first one, and it looks really good. But our grind is far from over. I need to get 2 more of these things, because even though it only has 1 evolution, which I believe is called Oinkalone or something like that, it technically has 2 evolutions because it's a split evolution depending on if it's a male or a female. And from what I was told, the male has a higher attack and the female has a higher defense. But other than that, it is the same Pokemon, just with a different form. And this one's a female, so if I were to evolve this one, it would turn into the female form. So hopefully the next one I get is a male, and then the one after that, I don't even have to care, because then I'd have 1 of each of them at that point. So with that being said, let's continue the grind. Obviously, we're gonna try to finish that set. I don't think we'll get it done with by today, because I mean, that would be just insane. But the fact that we got 1 on the first day of its release makes me just so happy. So hopefully we can finish that set. But we have over a week to complete this set with the boosted Lechonk spawns, so we'll see what happens. But it didn't happen in this little cluster. It would be amazing if we got 2 of them from research. Not gonna hold my breath on it, because again, they are full odds, but this one is tiny at least. That's cool. 293 though, not the best. Next up, we've got ourselves another not shiny and a 298. And the last one is going to be a not shiny, and 304. We've seen quite a few Lechonks, but not so many of these researches, which is fine. I mean, in the end of the day, we are getting to areas where they're not as common. At least the spawn is common. The spawn is stupid common, and I love it. Number 2, though, no. And here's the last one of this little batch. It is not it in a 296. Like I said, they're becoming a little few and far between, but still they're out there, and this one is bad. Number 2, not it. And 3 is going to be a not it as well, but also bad. Well, it's now Wooper Spotlight Hour, and as you can see, I do have a shiny pink Wooper here, but I'm gonna try something out, and hopefully this doesn't despawn on me. But there's a chance that once this goes away, it could be a shiny Lechonk, though this is a very low chance of this happening. But I already have enough Woopers, and Wooper Community Day is pretty much confirmed for November, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna disengage with this thing real quick, and hopefully I'll get lucky and it turns into a shiny Lechonk. I almost thought I lost it for a second, but this is the shiny right here. We still have 4 minutes left until the end of Wooper Spotlight Hour. And the risks I'm running with this is obviously it could despawn, but if this turns into a Houndour or a Hoppip or any of those other boosted shinies, it will not be shiny because the shiny rates are different. And then if it turns into one of the Gen 9 starters, it won't be shiny, obviously, because those aren't out yet. So I'm taking a big risk with this one. But again, I already have it, so we're just gonna hold off for now and just hope that this turns into what I want it to turn into. Also, completely forgot to mention that there's also a chance that when this despawns, it's just gonna go away and there's nothing that's gonna take its place. During Spotlight Hours, there's more spawns than normal, so this could be one of those special spawn points that just disappears. But I feel like I've seen this spawn point before, so either I'm right or I'm horribly wrong. Alrighty, it's 7 p.m. now. If I click on stuff, they should disappear, and it should take a couple seconds for everything to load in. I'm just really hopeful that this Wooper turns into something that can be shiny or even exists, but it was a Fuecoco. Couldn't be shiny anyways, but it was worth the risk. Honestly, like, I really don't care that much. I have plenty of shiny Woopers, but imagine if that was a Lechonk. That would have been amazing. Well, we've been out here for quite some time now. I actually met up with Ivan for a little bit, but he had to cut it early. But in the end of the day, we ended up with 7 shinies, which is crazy, including the Lechonk, but I'll go over all the IVs real quick. This one's not super great. This one's a little bit better. This one's okay. We got another Hoppip, another Houndour. There's the Lechonk, and another Houndour. So all in all, pretty decent day shiny-wise. Before we wrap it up, we gotta switch out this Furfrou right here, and I want to see what the shiny Lechonk looks like. So let's do it real quick. I can't wait to see this little dude running around. I think it's gonna be hilarious. And there it is. That's so fun. I love it. Like, it's honestly one of the best shinies when it comes down to the early Pokemon in Gen 9. There he goes, waddling around. Oh, that's fun too. I like that. Curious what he looks like when he's like really running, but I don't know if this Pokemon really just does that too often, but he does just waddle around, which is fun. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in the comments down below, have you gotten a shiny Lechonk yet? Or maybe even a Hundo starter, please let me know. And if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.